Hey there, Virgo Sun, Virgo Moon, Virgo Rising. It's Maggie from Moon Directed. Welcome to my channel. Here we work with the energy of the moon to see how we can best utilize it to move our life forward in the most positive way possible. The reading today will actually be broken up into two parts. And the first part will be a quick overview. Quick overview of December 16th through the 22nd, and then we will cover the season of Capricorn, which starts on the 21st of December and goes through the 19th of January. And for that, we will do a 9-card spread and accompanying cards to go with it. I never like to say how many are going to come out because we wait and see what Spirit has to say. So I want to thank you so much for stopping by. Please hit that thumbs up button. It really helps to grow my channel, which I always appreciate. Plus, it exchanges energy with me, which helps me to be able to tap more easily into your energy as we proceed forward with the reading. So that would be great. Always check out your sun, your moon, and your rising. You never know which word the messages are going to come from, but your sun sign is the core view. It's your value system. It's how you view the world, and the moon sign is how you're going to react and respond to the energies around you. And your rising sign, that's your personality. It's how you interact with the world. It's how the world sees you. And so quite often, the combination will bring you a more complete picture. And so it's always a good idea to check out all three of them. Okay, so what is going... Oh, I almost forgot. I am doing 2020 preview readings for the general. They will be up as soon as they are done. I will drop them in. I'm not going to drop them all at once, just as I go along. I'm actually going to start recording those this week coming up. And so if you hit the notification bell, if you're a subscriber, you will be notified when yours come in. So I am going to offer those as a personalized reading for 2020 for $20.20. If you order your personalized version before December, end of December 31st. So before midnight on New Year's Eve, if you want to go ahead and order that or any of the other personalized readings that I do for $29.99, they will only be $20.20. If you want to wait and get your reading a little later in the year, go ahead and order it anyways. I will give you a gift certificate that you can use for yourself or you can use as a gift to get you started with that. So let's talk about what's going on for this week. And so we walk into the week with the moon in Leo, and it's this one. We walk in with the moon in Leo, and it's got this energy of just wrapping things up, which isn't really all that surprising because we have this end of the year stuff going on, right? So wrapping things up, finishing up those projects, getting everything done, getting organized is definitely the energy. And when we get into Tuesday and Wednesday, that moon is in your sign, Virgo, and that is all about the details and the organization and really drilling down and making sure that you know what's going on. And it's the sense of feeling responsible for what needs to be done and taking care to sort it all out. There's also this an opportunity to recognize your resilience, your ability to take experiences from before and bring them in and understand that there's a wisdom involved. And so learning and growing as you go, right? Learning and growing as you go is always how it works. Okay. All right. So that's for that. When the moon moves into Libra on Thursday, there is this sense of you being like you're on display. Like there's a need to bring balance in and everything, but your reputation is on display. And so this is the part where if you've been working hard at work, you may get that year-end bonus. Or if you've been really working on a project, it all gels together and comes together. If there's some relationship you've been spending a lot of time on, things should start paying off. if not, if you haven't been putting in the work, if the work's been shoddy, it's going to be reflective because your reputation is really on display and people are going to notice what's happening there. So then on Saturday, we have a lot happening. It's the winter solstice. So if you are in the southern hemisphere, this is the part where, oh my gosh, here we go. You know, it is the longest day of the year. But if you're in the northern hemisphere, it is the longest night of the year. But the good news is now we're on the upswing, right? It can't be like this forever. It's also when the moon moves into Scorpio. And so with that moon in Scorpio, you know, there's a lot of planets that are going to be at some really strange angles. And so Scorpio is going to be inviting you to explore your feelings a little deeper. And we still have Mars over there in Scorpio, and it's going to be like, yeah, no, you really need to just figure this stuff out. And then all these angles are going to be triggering things. And so I think people are going to be a little tense, a little moody over the weekend. So heads up on that. Be prepared. Just kind of sidestep it if you can, or other people's stuff. But I definitely recommend that you explore your own stuff, right? Because you want to wrap it up. You want to get it done. That energy of that full moon that we had in Gemini was about really letting go of that last bit of stuff before we get to the eclipses. And so the eclipses, we'll talk about that a little bit more, but they are coming up the 26th. There's the new moon in Capricorn, and then there's the full moon that happens on January 11th. That's a full moon in Cancer eclipse. And then the next day we have that exact Pluto Saturn conjunction, but you should already be noticing the energies of that need to transform exactly where the boundaries are and how it makes a difference in your life. And that happening in an earth sign, it's going to be because you're an earth sign, everybody's going to feel it, but you're going to feel it a lot too. And for you, that is happening in your fifth house of fun and romance. Yes, your fifth house of fun and romance, that energy that's going on right now. So fifth house of fun, romance, creativity, and children. And so there's a lot of that energy going to play out over the whole year for you. So that's just something to kind of keep in mind. Oh, and the cards are fast and furious with you. Get these. Okay. All right. So the cards are ready, and we're done with that. And I just want to say happy birthday to the Capricorns, because on Saturday the 21st, it's Capricorn season. So there you go. I think that's everything that's happening for the week. So let's get into the overall energy for you for the week. Is this Two of Pentacles. This is that keeping things in balance. So while you're working your way through this week, it's going to be a lot of things coming at you and trying to maintain your balance. And the way you're going to do it is you have the Sandpiper energy of remaining playful. So try to have fun with all the craziness that's going on. You know, it's the end of the year. There's a lot of holidays. We've got Hanukkah coming up, Christmas, other holidays. I'm sure I'm not as well versed in that as I probably should be, but lots of things happening just because it's the end of the year. So that kind of is the situation there. Your overall energy for the Capricorn season that starts on the 21st, we have middle world and we have magic. And I'm actually going to read those two because I just love so much the energies. Now this magic one is number 33, and 33, that is like doubling up on that Empress creativity energy that's kind of running your world. And what's going to happen with Capricorn is it's really going to set the next 30 days, kind of set up the energy that's going to kind of play out over the whole year, and will actually culminate with some really interesting energies next October, November, and then December. And so all this energy for 2020 is just being set up right now. And when you have this magic here, it says this represents the infinite intelligence of the Great Spirit that makes the fundamental fabric of the universe. We experience evidence of magic through synchronicity and meaningful coincidence. You are invited to see the world through the eyes of wonder and awe, taking on the innocence of a child who knows that all things are possible and the infinite potential exists in the great mind. And so there is this opportunity for substantial growth, right? With the Empress energy being doubled up. Also, this is like the energy of the divine feminine, in which, you know, is the energy of the Empress really doubling up, and so much opportunity this year in your creative sector, in that fun and romance. And so go ahead and start off already bringing the playfulness in, allowing yourself to feel the joy and the happiness, and really seeking to make that the next steps. The middle world right here is the realm of the day-to-day reality, which Virgo is the 6th house of the zodiac. It rules that day-to-day work-life balance. The 2 of Pentacles, the work-life balance. Here's the work, here's the play, right? Making all of this come together. And so I think this year is going to have a lot of that energy for you of how do I bring the fun and use my creativity back into life. And if we are not creating, if we're not creating something, whether it's the way you decorate your house, or writing a book, or the way you put in a new garden, and the way you decide to plant the plants. There's all kinds of ways to be creative. But if you have not been creating something, then it kind of it shrivels up inside of you, and so it needs to be expanded. And so use this as a year to say, okay, how can I open up my life to the beauty of the world, to the opportunities, by starting with me changing that, shifting that energy by me deciding what it is I'm going to create in order to get there. And so when this shows up, it's in being in the present moment where everything is happening, yet the middle world is created by the future, not only the past, and it is the mirror of the invisible realms. When things are right in the middle world, heaven and earth support everything. When they are not right, heaven and earth must be brought into order as well. So this 2 of Pentacles is supposed to be for this week, but it looks like it's bringing it all up for the whole next 30 days. And this 30 days is really setting you up for the year, for 2020. So when the conditions are favorable and you're undertaking, do not hesitate, move forward. The time is right to be expedient, but mindful of not being reckless. The world is your playground. Oh, the playful energy of the sandpiper. And what would require great effort at any other time can now be accomplished with ease right now. That is beautiful. And so we have this for the month. We have the winged messenger of spirit being the overall energy for the 9-card spread. And so this says, hey, guess what? Information, opportunities, Spirit is talking to you. One of the great ways to get in touch with Spirit, if you are not someone who meditates regularly, listen for messages and songs. Do a little journaling, which is it's creative. And you start writing about what you're thinking about, what you're feeling, and that information starts flowing to you. The key to the situation is getting on track. It was in the reverse, so that tells me, but it's in the present, and you can do what you want. So we're turning in the right way. Because I think that if you can get things in balance and you start having a little fun to go with all the work, look for the ways to have the fun, to be creative, to create your own magic, then you'll be on the right track. This was in the reverse, which is a good. In the recent past, you've been looking for information in order to make a decision. To make a decision and to take an idea. And see, if you think of this hot air balloon as an idea, a dream, a goal, something that you want, when it's in the reverse, that means you've brought it down into the earth plane, which allows it to be grounded into what are the next best steps? How do I make this happen? What's the next way to go forward? And in the area of transformation, what do you need to do in order to bring about this transformation? You have diversity, which means you have options. Like, there's not just one way to get it done. There are many paths. You can pick the one that you are most comfortable with. Diversity also makes me think that you might need to do a little research to figure out exactly which way you want to go. But the potential is here. And it looks like it'll take until summertime for you to feel the abundance coming in from, because this is in the house of the fish. And so this is, in case you have not seen my readings before, past, present, future, thoughts, feelings, and actions. And so in order to start thinking about creating this abundance, you lay the groundwork now, and I think that by the time we get to the summer, you're going to be like, wow, okay, things are starting to pop. So you might need to pack a little patience to create the balance, to not get discouraged. I don't want you to feel discouraged. But in the recent past, oh, you were hoping to get all the obstacles cleared. You were wondering if you could get it all done by spring. Okay, clearing out the obstacles to where you want to go. We have spring came out with that. And I think that this project that you have, that you're trying to get on track, that you're working toward, I think that it may not be the spring. It looks like it'll be the summer before you see it coming in. But here you are, in the heart space, in the future. You know you're building something because we have the architect. And the architect always points in the direction of where things are going or what's the key to the situation. He's pointing to the future. So you're building something. You're creating something this whole year. And so here we have, this is in January. You're pointing to the future. You're going to be fine. You're definitely making progress. So trying to decide which way to go in the past has been a bit of an obstacle for you. Okay, so we've got the rebirth card in the reverse. Okay, I'm putting it up in the upright because this is kind of a lot like this transformation up here. And so I think you have options and it needs a little research. And when I have the Hilaron, the Hilaron showed up in the upright. And the Hilaron means that Spirit is trying to get in contact with you. We have the winged messengers. And so in order for you to figure out what to transform, which way to go, what information you need, I am going to go back to, again, meditation, spending time in nature to reconnect to Spirit, journaling to get the ideas, also asking and inquiring for information around you when you tell people what it is that you want to know. So a lot of times, is it a miracle that you get the information, or is it that you have opened up and you started talking to people and you said, hey, look, I'm trying to figure this out, and ideas might come to you. But using your connection with your higher self, asking for guidance, that I'm always in the right place at the right time and I meet the right people is a great affirmation when you're trying to figure out which one of these ideas are the best, where can I get more information and guidance along the way. The messages are coming in, and so I'm always in the right place at the right time with the right people will help you to be in flow with the universe, because here we go. In the future, you've got the waterfall flowing in your direction, bringing you all the guidance and the help that you need. It's opening up the flow of abundance of the universe. And so I'm always in the right place at the right time with the right people. And here we go. Wow. All right. So you have the elder move beyond ancestral patterns. So in your thought process, focusing on where you're going and what you want to do, and not worrying about what was in the past. Not saying things like, oh, well, it never works out for me, or I just can't, or it just wasn't, or it hasn't. Eliminating those phrases from your vocabulary, because what you say right now is magic. What you say is magic. We have magic there, and then we have the magic guardian, unlock the magic within. So what you speak, the words that you speak, are going to create your reality now more than ever. And so using positive affirmations, feeling positively, play positive music to keep your mind in the happy space if that's what you need to do. Write a to-done list of where you're going, write down your goals and how you're moving along, and be focused on the future. Be focused on the future in your heart and start working the path to get there to help open up the abundance. And then you have be graceful in movement and actions. And so I want to say be grateful. When you see something working, notice it and say thank you. Be kind to the people who you're leaving behind, or the situations you're leaving behind. Don't be blowing things up in your as you walk out a door of a situation that doesn't work for you, if it's a relationship, a friendship, which is a relationship, a business situation, even if you're leaving a job and changing careers, there's something here that you've had some options on and you've been trying to decide which way to go, but we have this death and rebirth. And so the death and rebirth means something has to end, something has to be concluded in order to have the birthing process, right? And so being graceful as you flow through this to allow the flow of the abundance of the universe to come to you. So I'm always in the right place at the right time, and I meet the right people. And this unlocks the flow of abundance in my life. The flow of abundance is open in my life. And if you can really believe that, you can, oh wow, look at this. You have turn on your heart light. So believing in your heart and opening to the opportunities, allow yourself in this moment to reflect on a time when you experienced love, when you experienced success, when you experience where it is you want to go with things. Believe in yourself and receive with love and appreciation something from others as a way of showing love. And so I am open to the flow of the abundance of the universe. I'm always in the right place at the right time, and I meet the right people, and my dream is coming true. My dream is happening right now. I'm building, I'm creating what it is that I want to create. Okay, so the action that you have here, okay, I could see you need to really talk yourself into this. All right. Just really, okay, seriously, you need to talk yourself into this. Leaving the past in the past is going to be really important. We learn stuff from things that don't work. We learn that we're resilient. We learn, remember, so we have that, when that moon is in Virgo, in that space, it is about understanding that we are resilient, that we cut out what doesn't work so we can create new growth, right? If you're a gardener, then you understand the process of pruning back in order to promote growth. And you're in that process right now. And there's wisdom that comes from this and knowledge. Okay, so that doesn't work. What does work? Let's try something else. Let's get some more guidance. Let's ask who might know what to help me get there. Because you have this Nine of Swords energy, which is, it's unfounded fear. Fear is an illusion. It's not real. It's something that we let things chase around in our mind. And so instead, say, okay, wait, what is the worst case scenario? Whatever that is. All right, so say that happens. In your mind, you're thinking this. Then how would you problem solve it? Because if you know you can problem solve the worst case scenario, and you can, then what's there to worry about? So just for a few minutes, maybe one day when you sit down to journal, go, okay, this is my worst case scenario. And if this happened, how would I handle it? Instead of fearing it, draw on your strength. Your strength is details, organization, and figuring crap out. That's what you guys are so good at, right? Is finding the balance. So just imagine, what's the worst thing that could happen and how would you handle it, right? And then you don't have to have this Five of Winter. Now, this Five of Winter here is interesting because I don't know that it's a bad thing. It says walk away from dishonest associations, realizing that what you thought you wanted wasn't best for your happiness. There is something that it's not worth the effort. That is that death and that rebirth. You're going to have to walk away from something. You're going to have to let something go. Now, it could be a job. I mean, it could just be a living situation. It could be, okay, really, this neighborhood's not working for me. I would like to be in walking distance to where I work, so I'm not spending so much time commuting so that I have more time for my work-life balance. It could be something like that. But whatever it is, it's going to require you walking away from something that's not working. We see this here in a couple of cards. And you understanding that whatever the worst case scenario is, you have this, your superpower, your strength, you can manage this. You know how to do this. The grace and inner strength needed to overcome challenges. The power of kindness and forgiveness. You can do this. And then these are great. So you have the Three of Summer. And so again, I want to focus on the summer for just a minute. But the Three of Summer is about who around you can help you. And also newsworthy celebrating, announcements, friends, and feeling cherished. And so who can help you? Who do you know? But I also feel like when you get to the summer, you're going to be like, this was worth it. This change was worth it. And in order to get there, you have a couple of things. So you have the Prince of Spring. This is like the Prince of Wands, the Knight of Wands, right? So it's moving forward with self-confidence. It's being passionate about what you're doing. And it says immediate action. A challenge you can successfully manage, a passionate relationship. And this card, the Eight of Pentacles, this is a Virgo card to me. This is getting in there, paying attention to the details, mastering yourself, mastering a skill. It is self-mastery, it is mentorship, and it is teaching. So either you're teaching someone or someone's teaching you something, and sometimes it's both, right? And it's do more research before proceeding, also one of your superpowers, and education in the form of seminars, giving back to a school, apprenticeship, excellent craftsmanship, and long-term projects. And so whatever this is, it does look like it's a few months out. Laying a solid foundation, laying the groundwork now. It's going to get you exactly where it is you want to go. It's going to set you up for success. You can do this. Remember, you have this flow of abundance as the outcome card. It's coming. I just think patience is going to be part of the process, and starting now. Starting now, using the synchronicity, using the information. Listen to what you're hearing and what other people are saying. Ask them to help you. You have a lot of cards here. This is going to take a while. If you allow your awareness to settle in you, you will hear the whispering sweetness of encouragement to you. You will know the truth of things that cannot be discerned through the material world. The receiver for this kind of essential knowing is your intuition, which is not your sixth sense, but is first the primary navigational system of your soul. It's what you feel in your heart, right? You are entering the age of consciousness. It's time to accept that paranormal is normal. Human beings are multi-sensory, multi-dimensional beings, and spirit infuses all things, and your soul's job is to discover those essential truths here on earth, where we all agreed to play. Don't forget to have fun, right? We all agreed to play. Trust your spidey senses, read between the lines, tune into the stories behind the stories, and you are right here, and Spirit loves you. You are where you are. That's a Hilaron. That's the messages. They're coming in. They're trying to lead you and guide you. Tune in. Tune into yourself and what sounds right, what feels good. I think when it feels good, then you know you're on the right track, right? And we're back to that being on the right track. And so it says, dearest you, we have something exciting to share with you. You are manifesting master and you don't even know it. There will always be enough of everything that you need in life, money, opportunities, love, kindness. And so whatever you're asking for guidance about, have faith and be open to the many ways in which you will experience prosperity. Spirit is the source of your supply. The universe is always reflecting back to you what you believe. So whatever you fall into, whenever you fall into insecurity, you will be shown the illusions of your fears as though they were real. So again, what is the worst case scenario, and how would you manage it? And then let it go, right? You are and always have been enough, and the abundance of the natural state. If you imagine something consistently as the truth, you can and will create it. You are on the right path. You're on the right track. Keep believing. Then the seeing happens. Okay, keep believing, and then the seeing happens. Do you ever wonder whether your ideas and inspirations might be coming to you through the soul rather than generated from your mind alone? We are here to tell you we are always whispering in your ear about the highest good. We are the conduit for the spirit, letting you know that you are a living channel for the awesome co-creative energy that you are feeling inspired. It means you hear us. This is a year to create that thing that you've been pausing, wondering, should I? Yes, you should. Yes, you should. When you're feeling inspired, it means you heard us. Inspiration means spirit is breathing through you. Inspiration needs your human passion to keep it going so that you can make a difference in the world. It needs your Knight of Wands energy, your passion, your belief, right? So keep moving on what inspires you. Let yourself be led into the experiences and know that this is why you are here on earth. Your purpose is to discover your spirited nature and to bring forth through your efforts whatever is meant to be. Wondrous miracles have a way of showing up when you let inspirations propel you forward. You are magic, right? You are magic. And do you know how much we love you and want to help you? We are here for you, and we hear you ask for the guidance. They're knocking at the door. You would be awestruck if you knew how many strings were being pulled in through the matrix to give you what you need and desire. Spirit has a place, and when you sign up to be a co-creator, you need to remember to allow the partnership. It is not one-sided. Your desires and plans meet up with those of Spirit. Remember, though, Spirit's timetables and ideas of how things will play out may be different than yours. Trust us. Spirit's ideas are amazing. Now let go and let us do the magic. Pay attention to the other areas of life, and before you know it, the miracle will have taken place. We love you so much. So paying attention to the details, believe in the magic, and go out there and create what it is that you want. Focus on what you want, not on what you don't want, because whatever you focus on is what you're going to create. So focus on what you want and not on what you don't want, and then you will see the magic happen. So that's exciting stuff. Congratulations on that, Virgo. It was an excellent reading for you. I will talk to you soon. Be on the lookout for the year ahead. Kind of looks a lot like this, I think, but a little more details. All right? You take care, and we'll talk soon.